as a sexual assault survivor by someone in the entertainment industry, as a woman who is still not brave enough to say his name, as a woman who lives with chronic pain, as a woman who was conditioned at a very young age to listen to what men told me to do, I decided today I wanted to take the power back. In an age when I can barely watch the news, aghast at the unjust men and some women, quite frankly, that I see running this country, I had a revelation that I had to be empowered to be myself today more than ever, to resist the standards of Hollywood, to resist the standards of dressing to impress, but to use what really matters, my voice. After I was assaulted when I was 19, I changed forever. Part of me shut down for many years. I didn't tell anyone. I avoided it myself and felt shame even still today, standing in front of you. I feel shame for what happened to me. I still have days where I feel like it was my fault. After I shared what happened to me with very powerful men in this industry, nobody helped me. No one offered me guidance or a helping hand to lead me to a place where I felt justice. They didn't even point me in the direction of the mental health assistance I was in dire need of. Those men hid because they were afraid of losing their power. And because they hid, I began to hide. I hid for a long time until I started to feel physical pain. Then I had to go to the doctor because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I was diagnosed with PTSD and fibromyalgia, which many people don't think is even real, and I don't even know what the fuck to say about that, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a syndrome that is essentially a cyclone of many different conditions, depending on the person, inducing a stress-induced pain.
So I was raped repeatedly when I was 19 years old. And I also developed PTSD. And
as a result of the rape?
As a result of being raped. Also not processing that trauma. I did not have anyone help me. I did not have a therapist. I did not have a psychiatrist. I did not have a doctor help me through it. I just all of a sudden became a star and was traveling the world, going from hotel room to garage to limo to stage. And I never dealt with it. And then all of a sudden, I started to experience this incredible, intense pain throughout my entire body that mimicked actually the illness that I felt after I was raped. So what that is
called... Were you
raped
by someone you knew?
I was raped by someone that I knew repeatedly. And it was a trauma response. Well, you know, at first, when I was younger, I went through a lot of struggles in high school. I was really bullied. I didn't feel good about myself. And I got made fun of, like, why do you want to be a singer? Why do you want to be a musician? Why do you want to be an actress? And I felt so secluded and isolated. And it was time, once I dropped out of college, I will admit. But I dropped out of college because I was like, I have to pursue my dreams as a musician. This is what I want. And it was in creating Gaga that I was able to create a superhero for myself. It was a vision for the me that I wanted to be. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to be filled with self-compassion. I wanted to be filled with compassion for others. And I wanted to share my story and my vision of the world with the world. When I talk to God, right, and you know, whatever you want to call it for yourself, if it's God or the other realm or your angels or...
By any name.
By any name.
It responds.
Any gender, right, in response. When I talk to God, I say, tell me what to do. Because I'm being watched, and I want to do the right thing here. So tell me what to say. Tell me how to say it. And help me see the path. And if you show me that path, I will walk down it. I think my greatest spiritual awakening actually has been quite recent. I think it's that I realized that I have the chronic pain that I have for a reason. And I don't mean to be like, God gave it to me, you know? And I also don't believe in that, like, you know, karma thing where, like, you're sick because you did something bad.
Yeah.
But I do believe that this happened for a reason. All the things I've been through, I think they were supposed to happen. I was supposed to go through this.
Even the rape.
Even the rape, all of it. I think I was supposed to go through all of these things. I radically accept that they happened. And I think it happened because God was saying to me, I'm going to show you pain. And then you're gonna help other people who are in pain because you're gonna understand it. Sometimes I can be in a ton of pain and meditate and it goes away. It's amazing. I also work out every day, but I also listen to my body. So if I'm in a lot of pain and deep stress, I might not do either as hard of a workout or I might, you know, not work out at all. I do listen to my body and I listen to what it's telling me. I do talk therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and I also do lots of other things like opposite action, for example. So let's say you're feeling really depressed and you're at home and you've been at home for 7 days straight and you just can't leave the house and you practice opposite action. Someone invites you to go somewhere or you reach out to a friend and you say, hey, you wanna play a game of poker? Get up, get in your car and go. Opposite action. That's something that I do all the time.
So you're actively working on yourself all the time?
All the time, I actively work on myself. I have to. If I don't, I will sit and I will be in pain all day.
What does it really mean to be a woman in Hollywood? We are not just objects to entertain the world. We are not simply images to bring smiles or grimaces to people's faces. We are not members of a giant beauty pageant meant to be pit against one another for the pleasures of the public. We women in Hollywood, we are voices. We have deep thoughts and ideas and beliefs and values about the world, and we have the power to speak and be heard and fight back when we are silenced.
Someone asked me once what they, or many times I think, what I thought it meant to be an artist. And I said, what I think an artist needs essentially more than discipline or even talent is a perspective. So if you are always changing what you do based on what other people say, you completely lose yourself and you become just, you know, something that's constantly affected by what's around you as opposed to stable and your own and like autonomous in your identity.
When I was in middle school, that's really when it started. Mm-hmm. I got thrown in the trash can by some boys who went to a school nearby who were hanging out with the popular girls, and as I was walking down the street to go to the bus, they picked me up and just threw me in the trash, and they all laughed and pointed, and I remember just running away and crying, and I just remember one of the girls looked at me and said, are you crying? Like it was just a joke, you know? There's always that pressure, but the best thing about it is it's only a door away. It's like I've got the first album door, it was open, it's great. Door stays open, you work. I see it like a hallway, my creativity. Do I sound crazy?
No, you do not.
I see it's a hallway with wooden doors. The first door is open, that's that album, you walk down. There's another door, that's the next album. And then there's one more door, and it's coming up, right? And I'm banging on the walls, and I'm looking for hammers. I'm trying to figure out where the machine guns are. I'm looking for, I just want to get to that freaking door.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but you know it's there.
I know it's there,
Yeah.
but can I open it? It's not the same as just writing a song.
It's writing the next. It's writing the next chapter of whatever lobe is in my brain that's waiting to be unlocked. And if people think I sound narcissistic, it's fine, because you know, Oprah, it's all I've got is my creativity.
Yeah.
So I walked down that hallway, and it happened recently.
The door opened.
The door opened.
It did.
It opened, it blast open, and once it opens, the light shoots right through, and I'm in. And then I can relax because I know I broke through the door. This is my moment for me to experience a rebirth with my own music. I have to shut it all out. The noise, you know the noise. The noise, it's loud. You have to cancel out the noise and remember that it's your thoughts that matter.
I have had to make decisions like, why am I unhappy? Okay, I don't like wasting my time spending days just shaking people's hands and smiling and taking selfies. It feels shallow to my existence. I have a lot more to offer than my image. I don't like being used to make people money. I feel sad when I'm overworked and that I've just become a money-making machine and that my passion and my creativity take a back seat. That makes me unhappy. So what did I do? I started to say no. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm not taking that picture. I'm not going to that event. I'm not standing by that because that's not what I stand for. And slowly but surely I remembered who I am. And then you go home and you look in the mirror and you're like, yes, I can go to bed with you every night. Because that person, I know that person. That person has balls. That person has integrity. That person has an opinion. That person doesn't say yes. That person doesn't get a text from somebody and say, oh my God, they wrote this and they sent this emoji. Should I write this back? What do you think? Is that okay to say? Are they going to like me if I say that? Should I say something different? This is the age that we live in. We're not actually communicating with each other. We are unconsciously communicating lies. That I check in with myself throughout the day. And I say, do I really want to do this? So how do we now, knowing all of that, no matter how much success you have, no matter how many opportunities, fame, fortune, no matter how many people accept you to your face, the person that really needs to accept you is you.
The person that really needs to accept you is you.